Pay attention to this moment. What began as an ordinary day on set suddenly turned into a scene that no one expected and no one present could forget. Fans have been talking about it non-stop. Cameras were rolling. Staff members were moving quickly between preparations. Everything seemed normal until one unexpected interaction placed Zhang Linghe directly in the spotlight. What happened next sent shockwaves through everyone nearby and sparked endless discussions among fans around the world. If you have ever wondered what really happens behind the scenes when emotions run high and protective instincts take over, then stay with this story until the very end because every detail only becomes more fascinating as it unfolds. The atmosphere on set that day was energetic and busy. Crew members rushed between departments while actors prepared for upcoming scenes. Large lighting equipment stood overhead. Production assistants moved back and forth carrying schedules and communicating instructions. It was the kind of organized chaos that accompanies every major production. At the center of it all were Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei. The two stars had already attracted enormous attention from fans because of their undeniable chemistry. Whether they were filming scenes together or simply sharing brief conversations between takes, people could not help but notice the natural comfort that seemed to exist between them. On this particular day, however, something happened that immediately drew everyone's attention. Witnesses described Tian Xiwei standing near a filming area while discussing details related to an upcoming scene. Several staff members were nearby making final preparations. Everything appeared routine. Then one staff member reportedly moved closer toward Tian Xiwei while attempting to communicate something regarding the production. At first nobody thought much of it, but within moments the situation changed. Those nearby noticed Zhang Linghe paying close attention to what was happening. His expression reportedly shifted as he watched the interaction unfold. While there was no indication of any serious conflict, observers claimed that he appeared uncomfortable with how close the staff member had gotten during the conversation. Then came the moment that stunned everyone. According to people who witnessed the incident, Zhang Linghe stepped forward and physically guided the staff member away from Tian Xiwei's immediate space. The movement itself was not aggressive. It happened quickly and naturally, yet its impact was enormous. Conversations immediately stopped. Several crew members reportedly turned their heads toward the unexpected interaction. Others exchanged surprised looks. Even those who had not initially been paying attention suddenly found themselves focused on the unfolding moment. For a brief second, the entire atmosphere seemed to shift. Nobody expected Zhang Linghe to react. Nobody expected him to intervene. And certainly nobody expected him to do so in such a visible manner. The silence that followed was almost as dramatic as the action itself. Tian Xiwei reportedly looked surprised. The staff member appeared caught off guard. Meanwhile, Zhang Linghe maintained a calm demeanor, showing little indication that he considered his actions unusual. That reaction only fueled further speculation. Fans immediately began debating what had motivated him. Was it simple concern for a colleague? Was it an instinctive protective reaction? Or was there something deeper behind the gesture? Social media discussions exploded almost instantly after reports of the moment began circulating online. Thousands of comments appeared within hours. Many fans described the interaction as evidence of genuine care. Others focused on the natural way Zhang Linghe reacted, noting that he seemed to act without hesitation. One comment that gained significant attention suggested that his response looked less like a calculated decision and more like pure instinct. That observation resonated with many people. After all, truly instinctive actions often reveal emotions that words cannot. The more people analyzed the situation, the more fascinated they became. Videos and photos from surrounding moments began spreading rapidly across fan communities. Every glance was examined. Every facial expression was discussed. Every movement became part of a larger conversation. What made the incident even more captivating was the context surrounding it. Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei have consistently generated interest whenever they appear together. Their interactions often feel relaxed and genuine. Whether during interviews, promotional events, or behind-the-scenes footage, they seem to share a level of comfort that naturally attracts attention. Because of this history, the latest moment immediately carried greater significance in the eyes of fans. People were not simply reacting to one isolated event. They were viewing it through the lens of countless previous interactions. As discussions intensified, more witnesses began sharing their impressions. Several described Zhang Linghe as remaining focused on Tian Xiwei throughout much of the day. Others noted that he appeared attentive whenever filming required complicated sequences. While none of these observations confirmed anything beyond professional respect, they added fuel to an already growing fire of speculation. The mystery only deepened. What was truly going through Zhang Linghe's mind in that moment? Only he knows the answer. Yet what nobody could deny was the emotional impact the scene had on everyone who witnessed it. Even crew members accustomed to the pressures and surprises of production reportedly found themselves talking about it afterward. Moments like these are rare. They cannot be scripted. They cannot be rehearsed. And they cannot be manufactured. That authenticity is precisely why they capture so much attention. As news continued spreading, fan pages dedicated entire discussions to breaking down every detail. Some highlighted Zhang Linghe's body language. Others focused on Tian Xiwei's reaction. Many pointed out how quickly everything happened. The speed of the interaction suggested spontaneity rather than deliberation. And spontaneity often creates the most memorable stories. Interestingly, the incident also sparked broader conversations about the bonds that develop between actors during demanding productions. Long filming schedules create unique environments. Cast members spend countless hours together. They face challenges together. They celebrate successes together. They support each other through exhausting days and difficult scenes. Over time, these experiences naturally foster strong connections. Whether those connections remain purely professional or evolve into close friendships varies from person to person. But one thing remains consistent. Shared experiences create powerful relationships. Perhaps that reality helps explain why moments like this resonate so deeply with audiences. People connect with genuine emotion. They recognize sincerity. And they are drawn to interactions that feel real. As the story continued gaining momentum, excitement reached new levels. Entertainment forums filled with theories. Fan videos collected millions of views. Reaction channels dedicated entire segments to discussing the incident. Everywhere, people seemed to be asking the same question. What did that moment really mean? The answer may never be fully known. Yet perhaps that uncertainty is exactly what makes the story so compelling. Some mysteries are more powerful when left partially unsolved. They invite imagination. They encourage discussion. And they keep people coming back for more. What remains undeniable is that one brief interaction transformed an ordinary production day into a memorable event that fans will likely discuss for a long time. A single step forward. A single protective gesture. A single unexpected moment. Sometimes that is all it takes to create a story that captures the attention of millions. As filming eventually resumed and the day continued, the production returned to normal. Schedules moved forward. Scenes were completed. Crew members returned to their responsibilities. Yet the memory of that moment lingered. For those who witnessed it firsthand, it became one of those rare behind-the-scenes experiences that stand out long after the cameras stop rolling. For fans, it became another fascinating chapter in the ongoing story surrounding two of the industry's most talked-about stars. And for Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei, it became yet another moment that demonstrated why so many people remain endlessly captivated whenever their paths cross. Whether it was an act of friendship, respect, concern, or simple instinct, one thing is certain. The scene left an unforgettable impression. And long after the lights dimmed and filming ended, people were still talking about the moment when Zhang Linghe stepped forward, creating a dramatic scene that nobody saw coming and ensuring that this ordinary day on set would become anything but ordinary. As the conversation surrounding the incident continued to grow, new details from those present on set only added to the fascination. What many people found most remarkable was not the action itself, but what happened immediately afterward. Instead of creating tension or disrupting the production, the atmosphere gradually softened. Crew members returned to their work, yet there was a noticeable sense that everyone had witnessed something unexpected and memorable. Tian Xiwei reportedly maintained her professionalism throughout the remainder of the filming schedule, but fans analyzing every available clip claimed there were several subtle moments that caught their attention. A brief smile during a break, a quick glance across the set, and a seemingly light-hearted exchange between the two stars quickly became topics of intense discussion online. Meanwhile, Zhang Linghe appeared completely unfazed by the attention his actions were receiving. Witnesses described him as calm and focused, continuing his work as though nothing unusual had occurred. That reaction only fueled even more curiosity among fans. Many argued that people who act from genuine instinct rarely stop to think about how others will interpret their behavior afterward. The story soon spread beyond fan communities and into broader entertainment discussions. Comment sections became filled with opinions from people who had never even followed the pair before. Some viewed the moment as a simple act of courtesy. Others believed it reflected a deeper level of trust and concern that had developed during their time working together. What made the entire situation so captivating was the fact that there was no dramatic statement afterward, no public explanation, and no attempt to clarify what had happened. The silence left room for endless interpretation. Every fan seemed to have a different theory, and each theory added another layer to the mystery. As days passed, the moment remained one of the most discussed behind-the-scenes stories involving the two stars. New edits, reaction videos, and fan analyses continued appearing across social media platforms. What began as a brief interaction lasting only seconds had transformed into a story that captured the imagination of countless viewers. Perhaps that is the true reason this moment refuses to fade from public conversation. It was not about grand declarations or carefully planned gestures. It was about a spontaneous reaction that felt genuine. In an industry filled with scripted scenes and rehearsed performances, people are naturally drawn to moments that appear real. And whether fans view it as friendship, loyalty, or simple concern, one thing remains undeniable. The unexpected interaction left an impression that continues to spark conversation long after the cameras stopped rolling.